Here, welcome to the Segmented Podcast, the show where we bring you 3 segments each episode, ranging from discussion to improv. How you doing, Noah?
I am doing well. How are you, Benjamin?
I am doing just splendid. I'm doing the best. I'm doing quite the best I have ever been in all of the time that the podcast has existed. Probably not. I'm doing good.
That's good. How are your machines coming along?
Okay, well, didn't want to bring that up. I just kind of dropped them. Last night. So
You're just like carrying around and you dropped them, or
no,
like
no,
what
no.
happened?
No, that's absurd. No, I had the crane. The crane had the big net with all the machines in them. And I was just gonna turn it. I was just gonna drop it into the trunk. And because I was, I'm going on a trip or whatever tomorrow.
Yep.
I was just gonna drop them in there, and then I was just gonna go off. Apparently, the lever was jammed, so like the release lever or whatever for the net, and so I hit it, and it just prematurely dropped. And so instead of dropping in the trunk, the whole thing just dropped into the side of my driveway.
Oh wow!
So I just got a big pile now.
Yikes.
I don't know how I'm gonna pick them up because the lever
your crane is
lever's still jammed. But
I'm sorry.
I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna drop this situation. It's fine. I'll worry about it on Monday, right before I have to leave. No biggie. No big deal. Anyway, how have things been at your place then?
Well, if you have been keeping up with the last few episodes, I've mentioned the cows and how they have been learning, or I've taught them and trained them to herd my sheep and now the other animals, and they are still levitating. And one recently I saw that has grown a third eye. I don't know what's up about that. I took him to the veterinarian and they didn't know what was happening. And then, so I said, I told them, okay, I'll be back in a few hours. And then later there was just a pile of like dust.
Oh.
And then a lab coat on top of it. And the veterinarian wasn't there. And my cow was just sitting there. So I just took it.
That's quite tragic. You took the lab coat or the ashes?
Sorry. Why would I
dust?
take? No. I took my cow back, and then I just
Oh,
left.
okay.
Yeah, no.
I was under the impression that you had got it. Okay.
Yeah, no.
That's unfortunate.
I don't know where the ashes are from. Yeah. So my cow has a third eye. Don't know what's up with that, but we will find out in the near future.
Yeah, I hope you do. Yeah, I should be back in time. Hopefully I get all the stuff in the car or whatever. I'd like to figure out whatever that is because that sounds interesting.
Exactly. And one more thing, which I thought was really cool. We have Patreon supporters for our podcast, and I think that we don't actually mention them enough. So I went on and asked if there was anything they wanted to mention or say or anything. And one of our Patreon supporters, Adam, he wanted us to play this little tiny thing from a website known as Diddy. Well, it's an app. And basically, you write down a sentence or something, and then it sings it to you. And so he made this. I'll play the audio here. And so it just says, "Welcome to the Segmented Podcast," in the tune of that one song that I can't think of the name, but
That's quite beautiful. Wow.
it's rather fantastic.
I can't believe it. That's really amazing.
I know. It's beautiful. It brought a tear to my eye. A
It
single
did.
tear to my right
It
eye.
might have been because of how blue the actual video is. The original video is basically just blue.
Yes. It's like a blue hallway.
The color blue makes me cry, actually.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, it does.
That makes sense.
Just
It's a
like
very
how the
sad
color red makes me very angry, the
Mm-hmm.
color yellow makes me really happy, and you don't want to know what green does.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it makes
Mm-hmm.
me cry. Every time I open up Google Docs, I cry. Audacity, I cry. Discord, vaguely blue. That makes me a little sad,
Only a
little
little.
angry at the same time, too.
Yeah. Every time you look at my profile picture, makes me sad.
Oh, gosh.
Makes you sad.
I just cry when I look at your face in general.
You're right, but ironically, my profile picture doesn't have my face. It's just my head.
Yeah, that's true. Wait. So hold on. Your profile picture, that's not you?
It's kind of me.
Okay, so do you have eyebrows in real life?
I do. Yes.
Do you have do you have a nose in real life?
I do, actually.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, what segments do we have going on? Thank you,
Thank you,
Adam, for sending that in.
Thank you. We got spicy segments, we got minty segments, we got some stuff in between. We're going to start it off with some Half-Life, where we tell a story in 60 seconds, then 30 seconds, and then we continue to cut the time in half. It's a lot of fun. And then we got random single topic discussion. Ooh, that's a spooky segment. We haven't done that in quite a long time. And then we're going to end it off with a good old 2-minute improv story, or rather more than one, but 2-minute improv stories. We're going to be telling them at the end. Stay tuned. It's going to be a blast. A hoot and a honk.
A tune blast. A blast from the past. You
have something to say?
Segment 1. We're going to be doing a segment known as Half-Life, where basically we're going to tell a story in 60 seconds. We have 60 seconds to tell a story. And then we have 30 seconds to tell that exact same story. Then we have 15 seconds to tell that story. And then we have 8 seconds. It would be 7.5, but we round up. 8 seconds to tell the story. Then 4, then 2, then 1. We have to tell the same story and try to fit as much of the information as we possibly can into the story. So I'm going to get some timers up here. And Ben, you're going to give me a prompt, and I don't know where he's getting the prompt from, except I thought you said you were getting it from Reddit, but I'm still not positive. So
I'm going to be getting your prompt from Reddit. So, Noah, I need you to pick a letter of the alphabet.
I'm going to say Q.
That's not an option. Pick another letter.
N.
All right. Now pick a number between 1 and 8.
7.
All right. Now we're going to go to here, and then we're going to go to here. All right. Noah, your prompt, a whale with a house on top. And go.
All right. So me and my family were looking for a change of scenery. And so what we did was we went to Craigslist looking for mobile housing. And so we found this listing for a house on top of a whale. And basically what we did was we bought it. And then we all got into the house that was on the whale, and then we sailed out to sea. Unfortunately, that led us to being completely lost in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean until we sent up flares. Then a cargo ship came, and they found us, brought us onto their ship, said, "What do you want to do with the house?" And so we said, "Okay, I think we might, if we can fit it onto your ship, that would be great." And we turn around, and we see our house getting submerged into the water, going underneath the water with the whale. And at that point, we were all thinking, well, shoot, all of our prized possessions were in there. Everything that we owned was inside of that whale. Or not inside the whale, but inside of the house. All right. So I have 30 seconds to tell that exact same story.
All right. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Go.
Okay, so me and my family found a Craigslist listing for a house on a whale. So we bought it, got lost in the Atlantic Ocean. We got into the cargo ship that somebody else came on, found the cargo ship. We said, "Hey, can we come on?" And they're like, "Sure, that's fine." And so the house ended up sinking. We lost all of our stuff. And so the cargo ship was like, "Okay, so you need a place to stay, right?" And so we did. And so we just stayed on the cargo ship for our entire lives. Fast forward 20 years later, pirates come out along, and I'm now the captain of the ship, right? And so, okay, got it.
15 seconds. And go.
Craigslist. We bought a house on a whale. The house sunk. We got onto a cargo ship. Fast forward 20 years. Then I was the captain of the ship. We got attacked by pirates, and the pirates ended up taking hostage of all my family. And so I got out my sword and I said, "Stop there, heathens!"
Time.
And okay, oof.
You're adding more. Oh boy.
Because you have to get through the previous stuff first, and then you have a bunch of time left. Yeah. Okay. Whew.
8 seconds. Ready?
8 seconds. Okay.
Go.
Craigslist. House on a whale. House ship. I'm the captain of a cargo ship. The pirates came, and I said, "Let go of my parents." Okay.
I think it's safe to say no boops on 8 seconds and on.
Okay. 4 seconds.
4 seconds. Ready?
Okay.
Set. Go.
Craigslist, whale house, cargo ship, captain, pirates came, took my parents. Okay. 2 seconds.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Ready, set, go.
Whale house, sink, ship, cargo ships. Okay.
1 second, Noah. Ready, set, go.
Pirates took my parents.
That's it. Prompt time. Give it to me straight, Doc. Am I gonna die, or do I get to live for another 150 years?
I'm going to press r/random, which will bring me to a random subreddit. Let's see where this takes us. This will be your prompt. Okay, you have 60 seconds to tell a story about Hulu's Future Man. Go.
All right, so I was sitting in my office, and I was like, what is the future of Hulu? How can we make Hulu a better streaming service than Netflix? And that's when it hit me. Hulu's Future Man on billboards all across the country. I started sketching out plans immediately. Later, my secretary came in and said, Roger, what do you have? And I said, the Hulu Future Man. The Hulu Future Man is going to be a man that goes into the future to find out what Netflix does. Then they come back into the past, and Hulu does it first. It's a brilliant strategy. We'll even use it as marketing, and we'll tell the people the truth. But they'll all think it's a big scheme. They'll think that we're just making things up. But in reality, we're actually taking Netflix's ideas right from beneath them. I instantly started work on the Hulu Future Man. I built him from the ground up using nuts and bolts. Literally only nuts and bolts, nothing else. He was made out of nuts and bolts, nothing else.
And time. All right. You now have 30 seconds to tell that exact same story. I will give you a boop at 15. Are you ready?
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
I was sitting at my desk and I was thinking, how can we make Hulu better? That's it. The Hulu Future Man. The man that goes into the future, takes Netflix's ideas, comes back to the present, and gives them to Hulu to do them first so we can be better than them. My secretary came in and said, do you have it? I said, yes. It's the Hulu Future Man. And I built him out of nuts and bolts. And when he was finished, he went into the future. And then when he returned, he said, I can tell you what Netflix did, but I can also tell you how the world ends. And I said, just tell me what Netflix does.
Stop.
And he says...
Okay, perfect. You now have 15 seconds to tell that whole entire thing. I will not give you a boop. Okay, are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
That's it. That's how we save Hulu. The Hulu Netflix man. My secretary came in and said, do you know what's going on? And I said, yes, the Hulu Future Man. And then I built him out of nuts and bolts, and he went into the future. And then he came back and he said, the world is going to end. And I said, I don't care. Tell me what Netflix does. And he says...
The Hulu Netflix man. It's perfect. The Netflix man.
I'm trying my best over here.
You're doing well. Okay, are you ready for 8 seconds of that? Okay.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, go.
Hulu Future Man. My secretary came in and said, do you have the idea? I said, yes, I do. It's Hulu Future Man. I built him out of nuts and bolts, and he went into the future, and then he came back, and then he said, the world is going to end.
Okay. 4 seconds. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Hulu Future Man. He went into the future and then he came back and he said the world's going to end. And I said, just tell me what Netflix does. And he says pizza rolls.
Now I want to see the Netflix original series about pizza rolls. Okay, you have 2 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
I built a Hulu Future Man.
Stop. He brought it a huge. Okay. 1 second. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Pizza rolls. I could have tried, but I just really wanted to do that.
That was amazing. I love that segment so much.
That is a really fun segment. Specifically, like the 8 to 4 second margin. Because the times where you actually get new stuff in those is hilarious.
Yeah.
Because your mind is just going a million miles an hour.
What Netflix is doing in pizza rolls.
It's the only thing that came to mind.
Perfect.
Segment 2, random single topic discussion. That's right. We're going to talk about stuff. That's a thing that we do on this podcast. Sometimes when we're not doing improv. Improv is fun, but I want to talk to you, Noah.
Just chill.
Okay, the first 6 words I just got on random text generator are daddy, shock, devour, tree, aroma, and endorsement.
Endorsement. That's a good one.
Take any 2 of those and make them into a book title, and you got yourself a bestseller right there.
Daddy endorsement? Endorsement daddy?
I was going to say I mean, yeah. Daddy Shock, Daddy Devour, Daddy Tree,
Devour Daddy.
Aroma,
Daddy endorsement.
Daddy
Devour.
Endorsement.
Devour endorsement.
Devour endorsement.
I like Devour Shock. Shock Devour. Shocked endorsement.
I just like Tree Aroma.
Tree Aroma. That's a good one. I got the word animatronic. Anyway, I don't really. What?
Let's talk about Five Nights at Freddy's.
That's relevant. Future editing Noah here. Just for those who are unaware of what Five Nights at Freddy's is, because that is what makes the entire conversation relevant. It's a horror game that got a lot of attention back in 2015, and there was multiple sequels to it. And so later on we will talk about the sequels, but that leads into a discussion about things that are relevant to everyone. So I'm just going to keep it in there, but that's what Five Nights at Freddy's is. It's a horror game where you are a surveillance officer at a pizzeria where there's animatronics that come to life. I don't know if it really matters if you need to know what it is, but that's what it is. So with that in mind, enjoy the rest of the conversation.
Hey, okay, so
Yes.
real talk though. I
Okay.
used to have a little, not a Halloween party, but every Halloween, this was like for 2 years. I was about to do it a third, but I didn't. Where I would get a bunch of friends together and we'd play a spooky horror game. I'd hook up my computer to like our
That sounds
TV,
fun.
and the very first time was Five Nights at Freddy's, and it had
Oh.
just come out. Like,
Oh,
it was
okay.
just popular. So like it was terrifying to us. It was before everyone became totally desensitized to the 4 jump scares that the game consists of. But yeah, it was really weird because now I look back at it and like at the time it was just like this indie game that I was just playing with my friends that we thought was really scary.
And then
But
it
now
got
it's like this
big.
global phenomenon that like
Yeah.
I think of totally differently.
Yeah, wow. Oh my
Which
gosh.
makes me think, yeah, it's weird.
There's so many freaking games. I remember
There's a lot now.
There was one, and wow. It came out in 2014. The first one came out in 2014.
What?
And
2000
yeah, so okay, get this. The first one came out in August 8th, 2014, so like right after your birthday. And the fourth one came out in 2015. He released 3 within 1
What?
year.
Holy crap, yeah. That's a lot. I
Yeah,
mean,
it
I know
is.
the games aren't like
They're not super
complex,
complicated, but like
still,
those
that-
models, like it's not.
that's how you heckin' ride a hype train. Holy cow. Can you imagine like making a game, it getting huge, and instead of being like, let's see how this pans out, you're like, let's start on the second one right now. Let's work
make
around
3
the
freaking
clock
more.
to have a second one done in like 4 months.
Did
'Cause
anybody
then the
actually
hype will
remember
still
the
be
third
there.
one?
What?
Is the third one even like relevant anymore, or like no?
Depends on what you, I mean, there's the third one, and then there was the so-called fourth one, and then there was Sister Location.
Why'd you say so-called fourth one?
Because it wasn't called it wasn't like titled FNAF 4. It was like
I thought
FNAF.
yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah, it was called Five Nights at Freddy's 4. That was the one with the when you're like a child inside of
Yeah.
a bedroom.
Why do I think that it's not titled
I don't know.
4?
And then there was the 5th one, which was Sister Location, which I thought
okay, so
wasn't
it was
canon.
4. I think I was not thinking of it that way
FNAF
because
World?
of the fact that and there's FNAF World. I think it's because Five Nights at Freddy's 4 was just not the same format. I think to me,
Yeah,
just
it was
wasn't
entirely different, which was a bold choice, frankly. You were gonna say something, I think.
Sorry, I was just when I searched Five Nights at Freddy's, I saw fan art of each game drawn as if it was an animated Disney movie. Like
Oh.
a goofy straight to DVD. Wow. Anyway, it was just really cool. It was captivating
Oh,
me.
wow.
Yeah. Just I don't know, that art reminded me of like I don't know. I really like seeing
Absolutely. People
tone
mimic other
changed
styles.
like fan art. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like where it's presented in a way that's like the opposite tone or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I remember when there was a video that came out not too long after the second, I think, Five Nights at Freddy's game came out that was called like How to Make Five Nights at Freddy's Not Scary.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was a comedy video, and it was actually quite funny. I thought it was pretty funny, but most of it was just clips from Five Nights at Freddy's edited in a certain way or with different audio or something like that. I don't actually remember much of it.
I'm watching
and
it
then I was
right
like,
now.
huh. Okay, I'm gonna watch it too.
It's only a minute and 28 seconds.
Maybe it's not even gonna be funny this time, but I think I love how innocent and simple the video was. Like, when I thought back to it, I was like, oh, this must be capitalizing on like Five Nights at Freddy's and like making it like, trying super
definitely what
hard
was
to be
happening.
funny. I don't
Yep.
think it was.
Really?
Like, it was literally just like footage of him just doing with funny voices over the top. I don't know. It's a lot more innocent than I thought it would have been.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's very simple. I don't think it was really that funny. Although there was one moment, the very first clip of him going, "Hey."
I definitely would have thought it was funny when I was like 14 or 15.
Yeah, maybe. Oh wow.
I
that
just
was
clicked on
4
his
years
channel,
ago.
and now I just saw he posted his third to latest video was watching back my not scary videos.
Oh my gosh,
Which
are
I
you
think-
serious?
I think that's a video. I think that's what everyone does once they have a type of video that's super successful and then they move on. Then 2 or 3 years later, they have to be like, well, guess I gotta go react to it. Yeah.
That was made 10 months ago still. So, he hasn't posted in a while.
This guy makes music, though.
I know. I want to listen to this actually. One moment.
I'm
What?
always almost hurt sometimes when I see creators that like they get popular on something really simple, but then you see that they do something that's like really grand or like
and it
much
gets
more
no
personal,
attention.
like music. Yeah, and it
Yeah.
doesn't get any attention. Or sometimes in really good scenarios, then they actually do get attention because of their other stuff, or at least some that they wouldn't get otherwise.
Unfortunately, what I've seen in recent years is that is much less common, and it's really sad. It's really cool when there's a fan base that's really supportive of the creator and saying, yeah, you can do whatever you want and we'll be here.
If my personal hot take on that is, I think a lot of people, either one of two things happens. They were originally making videos they didn't enjoy, and so people came to something because they related to it or because that was their thing. And then when the person was like, hey, this isn't actually me, this is what I really want to make, then people are like, okay, great, we want you to be yourself because I supported you in this. But then when they make the new stuff, they're like, oh, that's not me. I came for this thing. Or people just change. Like some people, when you're making something, your opinion of that thing and what you think of it adapts and changes so much faster than if you were a consumer of it. If I played, like, I'm a fan of, say, like Mario, like the Mario games. I don't play a lot of Mario games. I've probably played 3, maybe 4 in my whole life, excluding like Mario Kart and Mario Party games. You know what I mean?
Like the main serial games, yeah.
If I was making videos on YouTube, if I was making a fan game, if I was quote unquote binging Mario games, I would eventually either get burnt out or I would find like a favorite or like a niche with them of what I like and what I dislike. But since I don't, I just generally am like, yeah, I like Mario. And I think the same thing happens with YouTubers. They like this thing really intensely, so they make videos about it, but they get burnt out way faster than their viewers would because their viewers are just consuming the content while for them, they're putting hours and hours and hours into it, which, I mean, I'm sure you can relate to for stuff on your channel. I know I can with stuff like Minecraft,
Oh
for
my
sure.
gosh. Yeah, and just looking at where both of our channels went and where they started, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, an episode of our podcast that I posted to YouTube, someone commented that I should make more gaming videos, and then I explained to him that I don't like video games anymore, so that's why I haven't done it. But like, it's really interesting because we met through you making a video on a Minecraft video, and I commented, and that started this, and then we both stopped doing Minecraft. So
yeah, it's really strange because sometimes you'll make those connections, but then you'll find a different common interest, or you'll work together on something else. Like you'll find better common ground from the lesser common ground that brought you together. I think that's usually the case, actually. The unfortunate case is when you find really good common ground with someone, and then nothing else. And then you're like, oh,
Yeah.
that's the only thing we can talk about or do.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But
But-
wow.
I don't know. Now I'm just like thinking about the past and thinking about how everything that has happened has led up to this point, which I've thought multiple times. This is the first time that I'm having this
Well,
epiphany,
yeah.
but like it's so interesting because like I stopped making Minecraft videos and you stopped making Minecraft videos, but we met when neither of us had done that. So I'm just thinking about what if there was a time where I stopped making Minecraft videos and you did, and we both went our own ways. We would have never done this podcast. We would have never crossed paths. It was also important because of the time and like age we were at the point at which we were.
Yeah, because I think neither of us would have interacted in the way that we would at the time.
Yeah,
not
no.
negatively or anything, but like
It's just
it,
I
it
think
definitely wouldn't have been the same.
you would have just disregarded what I said. That is probably what would have happened. Or you would have just not commented
at this
on it.
point, I get so many comments on my Super Tendo Boy channel asking for help on things that I have already done my extent of doing. I'm like, if this video is outdated, I'll put it in the description or I'll put it in the title. Or you should assume by it being posted 2 years ago. Sorry
For a
if
very
your thing
different
isn't
version of
working.
Minecraft? Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not doing that anymore. I'd love to help you, but I'm not your guy, and so it's kind of not my problem. It
Yeah.
sounds bad,
And-
but yeah.
Well, I mean, it's true. And I don't know why I remember it so well, but I remember what video. It's the Weeping Angels video that you made. And I often come back to this whenever I'm reminiscing about the past and like where I always come back to this video and always think about this comment that I left. And it says, for me, I'd love to work with you in the way of commands. I have some cool concepts that I'd like your help on. And you just said, ooh, yes, yes. Looks around, straightens tie. Ahem. Of course, I'd love to collaborate. And then I give you my Skype, and then the rest is history.
Well, what
But
happened was
Yeah.
I looked at the channel of every single person that commented.
Oh.
Because not that many people commented. So when someone commented that had an actual profile picture, I instantly went to your channel, saw that you actually had stuff and did stuff well, and like I was like, whoa, this guy's for real. And then I was like, yeah, dude, this could be like a real collab. I always got so excited when people that actually like had ambition and actually posted videos would comment, because I'd be like, oh, important people are noticing me, you know, kind of a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's weird because at the time, neither of us were really knew each other that well. Neither of us were really at an amazing spot on YouTube or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But just interesting how things develop.
Yeah. Wow. And you've been like part of my channel for like 3 years. I don't know. I don't even. And in regards to the development of my content and what I've made, it has grown tremendously. And it is so cool to see that growth. That's why I keep all my crappy YouTube videos and Minecraft videos on my channel, because people can go back and watch them.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's miserable, so I don't know why you would want to do that.
don't
but
understand
you
why
can.
people delete videos. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that's like if you kept a journal or you kept a calendar, and then like after a year you'd be like, oh, I gotta delete last year's calendar, or oh, I gotta throw my journal from last year. You know what I mean? Because like for other people, yes, other people can still see your videos, ooh, but nobody's watching them. So just leave them as a documentation for yourself, as a way of showing your journey.
I encourage anybody out there who's 13 years of age or older, and I'm only doing that because I'm a stickler for rules, so I didn't start until I'm 13. But I encourage anybody out there who has any sort of creative itch to start a YouTube channel.
Well, okay, here's what I say. I say anyone should just make stuff.
Okay,
And,
yeah, no, I agree.
like, don't worry about the mindset of being successful or not. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. When, like, think of it this way. Like, when you were drawing when you were a little kid, were you like, oh man, somebody's gonna buy this drawing and I'm gonna make so much money from this drawing, that's gonna be awesome? Like, no, you're just like, okay, I'm gonna make this drawing. This is a cool drawing. I'm proud of this drawing. You know, like, if you want to draw. Yeah, this probably isn't a good era right now to make any money off that drawing, but heck, I'm gonna be proud of you if you draw.
Yeah.
You know, I think so.
Yeah.
But
make a
yeah.
channel if you want to do it. Do it. Segment 3. What? No, I was gonna do it.
Yeah, I know.
Let's do it together at the same exact time.
All right, let's try.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Segment 3.
2-minute
improv story.
Basically, what we're going to do is we're going to have a random word generator, and it will generate 8 random words. What we're going to do with those random words is give them to our partner 15 seconds at a time. So every 15 seconds, they will get a new word. They have to somehow incorporate that into their story. They have 2 minutes to tell this entire story. That's pretty self-explanatory. So, I don't know what No, it's not self-explanatory. I just explained it. So I don't have to explain it anymore. That's what I was trying to say. I have a 2-minute timer. Do you want to start?
I will start. Yes.
Wow, this is such a contrast from last segment.
Yes.
Gotta keep it light. Ugh.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Don't.
Actually, I'm actually not ready. Okay.
Get your timer and give me the word. What's the word?
Wait, I'm going to tell you your first word, and as soon as I tell you your first word, your time starts. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Adrenaline.
I had adrenaline pumping through my veins because I was getting chased by 3 tigers. Not actually 3 tigers. It was 1 tiger, but it looked like 3 tigers because it had 6 legs and 3 heads. It was kind of like there was 3 tigers that were all attached at the hip, but they don't have hips. And they kind of had the appearance of like one of those chimera things, you know, where it's a bunch of different animals, but it's not. It was just the tigers. The adrenaline was going through my veins, and I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? And I was running through the Coliseum, and I looked everywhere, and there wasn't an exit. There was a bunch of arches, but there was no actual exit. And all of a sudden, I saw this woman standing in the corner. Well, there wasn't a corner because it's circular, but she looked really drowsy. I was like, woman, over there, do you need to take a nap? And then just as she looked over, the tigers pounced me.
Blizzard.
One 3-headed tiger pounced me, and I was like, mercy, mercy. And then my pet lizard named Mercy came
Blizzard.
running over.
Blizzard with a B.
My pet Blizzard came running over, and it attacked
Intoxicant.
The tigers. And the tigers were like, and I'm like, that's right, eat this intoxicant. And then I threw a poison at him, and it just kind of splashed on the floor.
Fashionable.
I have terrible aim. And then the woman came running over, and she's like, what do you want? And I'm like, quickly, hand me a fashionable pair of clothing. She handed me this beautiful red dress that she had. She wasn't wearing it. She just had it with her, obviously. And then I was like,
pig sticker.
Aye. Come at me, ye pig stickers. And then the tiger was like, got back up after being agitated from the poison. It was like, running, came running. And then I did the ole. And then the tiger
Alcoholic.
ran right into that alcoholic man standing directly behind me that I had standing there, because I knew that the tigers weren't going to fall for it very easily. So as they attacked the alcoholic man, I just kind of walked away.
Boop, boop. I don't even know what a pig sticker is, but it showed up. Define.
Pig sticker.
Pig
sticker sounded like a really good insult.
It did. Okay. Oh, it's a long, sharp knife or weapon. Informal. That is a great word that you guys should try to use at some point in your day today.
Challenge, use pig sticker. That's a knife. Okay. It's a pig sticker. You stick it in pigs.
Pig sticker. One word, no spaces. Pig sticker.
I gouged him with my pig sticker.
Don't say that. That sounds like a euphemism for something very different. A long, sharp knife or weapon. Anyway, give me my 2-minute improv story. Give me my 2-minute timer. And give me 8 words, please. I'd rather enjoy that.
All right. Are you ready?
I am. I've always been ready. No, I haven't.
Get set. And agonizing.
Franklin was in captivity from the evil king Forthath, and he was in agonizing pain in the dungeon. And Franklin yelled out to me, Horgafath, come back to me. Let me go, or let my soul rest in peace. And Forgamath came down to the dungeon and he said, Franklin, shut the heck up. I'm trying to have a feast up here, and you're ruining it. And Franklin says, I shall not be silenced. I have the right to get out of here. And all I did was steal some grain from a lonely witch. And Morgamath said, you stole that grain from my mother, and she is not a witch. She is an enchantress, which is very different. And Franklin said, that disgusting old hag had it coming to her. She killed my family. And Morgamop said, you stupid Franklin, you'll rot in here forever. Say that again?
Ball.
And I'll keep you in here and I'll lock you up in a ball and chain and you'll stay here. And so then Morgoth stormed back up to his castle onto his throne and said nothing. And so Franklin, knowing that there was no way that he could get out rightfully, he found a sharp edge and he amputated his left hand and right hand, so he has no hands, and he got free. He was he started running up the stairs, and then he encountered a battle. A battle was going on. It was no feast, just like Morkamop said. So he ran past them while they were fighting out, and he's bleeding everywhere. And so in order to stop his bleeding, he took a white powdered wig from a judge, but he was sleeping, so it was fine. He took it, he put it on his hand, so he stopped the bleeding temporarily, and he got out of the castle, and he was free at last.
Quite splendid. Wow. I
thought that was rather great.
that was really good. That witch was my mother. The disgusting old hag had it coming for her. Oh.
I thought that it worked. I think I need to experiment with dialogue more, because I thought that worked really well.
It did.
Also, I didn't exactly remember what I said the king's name was, so I don't know if you realized, but I change his name every single time.
Yeah, no, I do that too, and I come up with just ridiculous names. I get it, but Morgamath is a great name.
I just thought he was a funny joke. But no, you gave me really perfect, spot-on words.
Yeah, no, the words ended up really good.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, when you get the 8 words, you don't know what story they're going to tell, so it seems like they're not connected whatsoever. Like ball and amputation. And, like, what was the first word? Agonizing.
Agonizing, yeah.
Yeah, so that just all worked together, and I'm very surprised. But I should have tried to fit pig sticker in there more.
Pig sticker.
That is the end of the show. We hope you did enjoy it. What did we learn today, Ben?
We learned that it's really hard to tell stories about whales on houses in less than 4 seconds.
True. We also learned that pig sticker is an amazing word and needs to be used more often.
That is also true. We also found out you don't want to steal from witches, because the witches might just be the king's mom, and that'll get you stuck in a ball.
Stuck in a ball. And finally, we learned that Hulu's Future Man is about people going into the future to steal Netflix's ideas, and also their pizza rolls.
True.
You can find Noah on Twitter at Nomich_ and Ben at Tendo. Email the podcast at segmented.fm@gmail.com and support the podcast on Patreon at patreon.com/segmentedfm, where you can get extra goodies, talk to the hosts, mainly Noah, on live chat, and occasionally listen to the recording sessions live. But the best way you can support the podcast is to leave a review on iTunes and share it with your friends. With that, the
cool
kids
are
the
best
at
marble
throwing.
Yeah!
They
even
care
about
pig stickers. And I don't know why. I'm gonna cry. Don't tell the guy with the fries. I'm really bad at beatboxing, but I keep doing it regardless. Keep doing it. Do what you love. I don't even love doing it. I don't know what I'm saying. I think this plan is going rather smoothly.
Yeah, nobody suspects a thing.